to episode 73 of The Space Between for a bit of a hiatus. And we're going to start off with a recap from Avery in voice of Zeke.
Yeah, so there I am, kicking it in the first night's room I've had to myself in a while, and Cherry rolls up. What she want other than to find out what the heck's going on around here?
Oh, I
She
forgot.
she thinks things are fishy and needs my help hacking the system. It looks like there's ingress for the network, uh, but she can't access it from inside, so we decided to sneak out onto the balcony. From there, we can access the network on the second floors. We have a clear line of sight on the office and the stateroom, but there are two people in there that we haven't had the chance to meet yet. The little bit of work we got a line shut install without being caught, and somehow we got away. Uh, Only moments before armed guards were able to quickly remove it. So we got some pictures. Um, well, after that, I skedaddled with the illegal gear and put that back on the ship for now. I'm gonna go back to the room and wait until the coast is clear.
So is it coming back to you, Danielle?
Yes.
Yeah, so and I think that's pretty much right where we left it off. We left it with I guess maybe morning time post heist. So this does kind of bring us back to the question. Do you guys want to just pick up right here and continue as we were, or do you guys want to skip ahead a bit? It's just been we've been a month and a half since we did any of this.
So I'm assuming that means there were no consequences if we're gonna time skip.
I didn't say that.
See, I don't want to time skip through consequences.
The consequences are the best part.
Most people would say the opposite. Just going to put that out there.
Hey, I avoid consequences in my daily life. I come roleplay so that I can face them.
All right, that makes sense.
I'll say I would be okay with a time skip to kind of jumpstart us into something that doesn't feel like we're constantly trying to remember it. But I do want to know what comes of what we've done here. And I also wouldn't want to skip any of the decision making or any opportunity to influence how those consequences play out.
Yeah, I got you.
Like if you can
Okay.
fit that tall bill.
Yeah, sounds like maybe we do a little bit of wrap up with the events at the Mulligan estate, and then maybe we can jump ahead a bit if there's nothing else that you guys want to immediately do about all that. So yeah, I guess just to expound slightly on the recap. There was, in the middle of the night, whatever time that was, it was, yeah, it was pretty late because it was after Ava had been sort of coaxed into sleep, and then Terry went and got Zeke involved. In the middle of the night, there was a bit of a little bit of a hubbub with the guards poking around in your wing, but they ended up not actually doing anything. Cherry and Zeke were left alone, and you guys were, left to your own devices until you all wake up in the morning. And Zeke he had teleported away to stash the data phase tap and the line shunts and the black slab. I think he also took the storage device that you guys had gotten some stuff out into. Because I don't I don't remember specifically if we said there was a storage drive, but I think I had implied that anyway, that it was that amount of information. Anyways, you guys can be convening in your wing in the morning and catching each other up. Do we want to just skip over that part and assume everybody gets filled in on everything that happened overnight? Or do you guys want to play out that conversation?
I wasn't assuming that Cherry and Zeke would fill us in on what happened.
That's also fair. That's kind of why I asked that question, but
Yeah.
when I heard some loud, sad-sounding child, I don't know if Danielle is stuck intervening with kids.
I mean, we've presumably got a rest out of this, right? So, I mean, I think at this point, Zeke, fully recovered, would maybe wonder if he should, uh, you know, say something to everyone else, or just let it lie. And he might be willing to oracle that.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Like, is it better to ask for help at this point, or, just kind of leave it where it is?
Hmm. So I guess that involves how our characters would react, wouldn't it?
Sorry, guys. I had a 5-year-old come in crying. So, what did we decide on?
We're picking up with the morning after the heist, and Avery was just talking about whether or not Zeke would feel the need to fill in the rest of the group on some of the stuff, or not.
What was his solution, or what was his conclusion?
I think that Zeke would probably try to oracle. I mean, in the stress of like nearly being caught, right? He's probably trying to figure out how to best handle the scenario that we're currently facing.
Okay.
Now we would think twice about trying to oracle something to that effect.
Okay. I was going to say, what course of action would he be asking about to the Oracle? What would he do that he wants to know the outcome of?
I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute since I've looked this up. How he has to frame that for you.
Yeah, usually it's him doing something, and he'll get a vision of the most relevant whatever outcome from him taking that action. So something like what if Zeke spills the whole scheme to the team, or what if Zeke says nothing to anybody, or
I think he would. What if he fessed it up to what they did last night?
okay. Yeah, and I will say this. As I think about it, I'm realizing I don't know that we don't usually have questions that revolve too much. Well, we do sometimes. Usually, they're not. It's not revolving as much around what the other characters are going to do, so much as what NPCs are going to do.
Well, what if we
Um,
frame it like this then? If we do nothing, yeah. What if you just take the flip side of it, right? Like if we didn't tell anyone, if we did nothing, right? Like what's gonna happen?
yeah, yeah, I got you. Let's see. So I think contextually, the most relevant vision that he would get. Let's see. Let me see. So let me take a step backward real quick. Set the scene for me exactly. Like, where is Zeke? What time is this? Is this before meeting up with everybody else? Or are you still in his room?
I would say it's definitely before we all meet up because he's deliberating on whether or not to own up to it.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we left it. For some reason, I feel like at the end of the last session we played, I decided that Zeke was going to stay on the ship for a bit to let things kind of die down since Cherry was in his room. But I don't actually remember. I don't know if anybody else does.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Let's see. I think. I think that she. I feel like she did a mental, like a telepathic message to him, like, "Hey, the coast is clear." After like, he stayed on the ship briefly because was like, well, he doesn't want to teleport back in. Like, there was already he was already suspicious that like his his psychic activity was being detected because of how quickly they responded, like before she even finished doing hacks and when she hadn't even been discovered hacking. um he was just like teleporting around in the upper story of the building. um and so I think he was like, well, I don't want to teleport back in and get busted doing that. So he waited until until the guards came and checked everything out and then left again.
So I think to answer your question before he meets up with the party.
Okay. Alrighty then. Sounds good. I think. All right. Then the vision that he's going to get is. Let me think here. I'm pretty rusty on this too. The trying to fill in the gaps of what I think the other characters would most likely do and how all this would play out. We're just going to say that uh, it's a vision of um, himself, kind of at the back of the group. Eva leading the way through the mansion to the breakfast hall or whatever, and um, like waiting for you all there, being her dad, looking fairly stern, a different demeanor than you'd seen on him the night before, and with at least like like a greater showing. He's got like 6 of the house guards standing like a tent, not like guns pointed or anything, but you know, attentive to the situation, and back at the at the back of the room, watching, kind of flanking him, and him like holding a chair out for Eva. Um, and his eyes definitely flickering to Zeke before settling on Eva again. And her dad says, "We need to talk. There was an incident last night." And
Who does he say that
Eva
to?
is looking to Eva, and she's looking
Okay.
very concerned. And then that's where it cuts off. So that'll be one effort for Zeke.
Now I'm more conflicted than I was starting as to whether or not he would agree to it.
Wait, so was that a result of him telling the group or not telling the group?
That was him
That was
trying to figure out what happens if he didn't tell the group.
Mm. So
Because-
Cherry had been planning on telling Eva, but if Zeke had told her not to for
No, he
some
wouldn't have.
reason.
No, He
Okay.
just looked to see if he should do it himself. I don't think he would have conferred with you on that. So, if that's what Cherry would have done, that makes resolving that decision a lot easier for me.
Now she might not have told her, "Hey, we hacked into your family's database so I could get baby pictures of you." But she definitely would have said, "Hey, we found some sus stuff in your parents' files, you know."
Oh, I'd love to hear how this conversation plays out.
If I could just remember the files that we did find that were sus. Oh, that would be helpful.
So as Cherry casts back in her mind to try to recall what files they pulled, she really did not have a lot of time the night before. But I say not a lot of time. She had actually no time at all the night before to look at those files. So would she have asked Zeke to go and fetch the black slab back in the morning, or bring it back with him the previous night?
How far away is the ship from where they're staying? Like, could she not have just like walked there?
No. You guys are
Okay.
like out, a good ways outside the city limits, in like past even the suburbs.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
kind
it's
of
not
like
like we parked it in like her backyard or something.
no, you're like, wait, what? Oh, no. Your ship, yeah, like you've got your new cruiser hull, or sorry, not cruiser hull. Oh, what was it? The patrol boat? I think it was a patrol boat. Anyways, whatever your newfangled ship is that you're getting renovated, that escapes my memory at the moment, is sitting in the spaceport on Anagras, in like the capital city of Anagras. You guys are way outside the outskirts, kind of like countryside estate of the Mulligan family. You flew in on like a rental grav
Okay,
car.
that answers my question though. That like she
Yeah,
can't just bebop over to the ship.
no. Um,
You
I would need to be either take a drive or send Zeke to teleport. Of course, his Avery, you can check. I believe he may have a deal where teleporting for himself is effort for the scene now,
I believe that is
or maybe
correct.
doesn't, or may just not take effort at all. I can't remember.
I thought it didn't
specifically.
cost any effort.
I think you might be right that it's like the scene, so it's like basically no effort outside of like combat and whatnot. Let me see.
Gotten different. There are different abilities that give you
Well,
different levels of that through that. But anyway,
I don't think she
wouldn't
would
be.
ask him to teleport to the ship to get her black slab because she would not want there to be a chance of her getting stuck with the black slab at the Mulligan household.
Yeah, I got you.
He
So
doesn't get any effort, just period.
do we have any kind of inkling about what kind of files they were? Like, I really can't remember much about.
Yeah. So what you pulled, it wasn't a total database acquisition. I was misremembering that. I was thinking of that was one of the things that you had prepared as a possibility, but you decided not to go for that because by the time you ended up with barely enough time to get the couple of hacks, the higher priority ones done. What you did pull was like general information on the family business dealings and associates, which you were suspecting for multiple reasons were going to reveal some kind of sketchy information.
Okay.
But you've not had the chance to like comb through that and find incriminating information in there. You pulled generally that information out of their network.
Got you. All right. So, well, that makes the conversation with Eva harder.
So imagine, I mean, Zeke and Cherry would probably be meeting up. They would be checking on each other before talking to everybody else anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Except, well, yes. That makes sense, and that is smart. Cherry would definitely not go ahead and tell Eva first thing in the morning.
Because she also does. She would also remember that here in the vein of like remembering things that you guys would have, the characters would remember, and I think you guys deserve to be told, would be that Eva, at her father's request, had specifically reminded Zeke, like, "Hey, please don't go messing around with your psychic powers at the Mulligan estate," um, without really any further elaboration. So, yeah, maybe telling on Zeke to Eva, like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the moment you fell asleep, we went and
Did
stomped
the thing
all
you
over
asked
it."
us to do.
Might not be the best. The might not be Cherry's first choice of action. So what do you guys think? Danielle and Avery. We got decisions to be made.
I mean, Zeke's not saying nothing.
I mean, we can figure it out in person.
In character, okay, that's
like in character, yeah.
okay, that's fine. So does Cherry go to Zeke's room, I'm guessing, since she was staying with Eva? And remind me now, is Will Eva have been up early already, or is she?
Oh, you know what? I remember. I think that was actually a thing. Yes, there was a conversation that Eva had early in the morning. Um, there was a whole thing about whether Cherry would wake up. Like Eva didn't get up as early as she usually does, and there was this whole
Mm,
thing about Cherry actually getting up and being like, "Okay, you're not up and about. What's going on?" And
Mm-hmm.
it worked its way towards Eva making some kind of some small internal exposition of realizing why home never really felt like home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what?
yeah,
I actually remember that being in the description that I put on the thing.
yeah.
On the episode.
Yeah, so Cherry, my description of the last session was Cherry and Zeke skulk and teleport around the Mulligan Mansion, hunting for embarrassingly cute pictures of baby Eva, while definitely acting like an adult. While definitely acting like an adult, Eva has a realization about home versus wanderlust.
So
Okay.
I think I would actually tell her, if we tell her, which I think because we were almost caught, we should, that the goal was to find baby pictures. However, because it was for Cherry, that was a goal. Um, while I was looking for said pictures, anyway, here, like Zeke, I'm gonna go say to Eva, I'm gonna say, I think I'm just gonna go check on some of the rest of the crew real quick. Do you want to go check on anyone else?
um, no, the mates will have. Oh, it's late. I need to go find out what happened with breakfast.
Well, why don't you go check on Bo, because I think he might be intimidated by the mansion and probably has not left his room, if I
Why?
had to guess.
Why would? Well, there's a lot of smart people here, so okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you go check on Bo. I'm going to go check on Zeke because he might be looking for some kind of forbidden text or something. Um,
I can show
and
him
I'm
where the
not
library
really,
is.
yeah, don't encourage it. Anyway, but Pete used to live here. So he's probably comfortable streaking around. I mean, walking around, right?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
no reaction to the
Um,
wording.
okay. um, So, all right. Well, then I guess, do you want to meet back up here before we go to breakfast together, or do you and Bo want to go ahead?
No, we can meet here. This is easy for you to find.
All right. Sounds good. See you back here soon. And she'll like start, words tumbling over each other. And then she's going to just slip out real fast.
Okay.
Speed walk to Zeke's room in a totally not suspicious way. And then knock on Zeke's door. But just in
Uh,
case he can hear her telepathically, she's going to be thinking really loudly, Zeke, Zeke, Zeke. It
He's
is
gonna
during
open.
business hours. So,
Yes.
hey. And then she's going to like shove past him into the room and shut the door. Ben, does she have any way to check for if the room is wiretapped or not?
um, I mean, she could do an inspection, like a physical check. I don't know if she's got any devices on her person that you think might help her do something like that. Do like some kind of a sweep.
I don't know what kind of devices I would even need in Stars Without Number to do a sweep. So you tell me.
I got you.
I also don't have access to Roll20 right now, so I couldn't tell you. I couldn't begin to tell you what devices she has on her person.
I'm gonna venture to say that she does not have that, anything like that on her person right now. She,
All right, so she'll just do like a visual check. She will go to places you would normally expect to find any kind of bugs or whatever. Can I roll for that, or do you just want to tell me what I find?
a roll would probably be good. Oh, hey, hold on here.
I came in to get dice and roll.
Oh, what? Oh, okay.
All right.
Coming in here and looking at all my notes.
I didn't look at your notes. This is a D6.
Okay, that is a D6.
Quick, steal a look at his notes.
Need a couple of those.
A couple of these?
Yeah, 2 of them. Remember,
There's only one of them.
2d6. Well,
You
I
have more
mean,
dice?
I've got a lot of dice, various places, like up there. Here, this is a D6.
That's a D6 that has nothing but math symbols on the side.
Okay, go. Yeah, there are dice up there.
More dice. Me? Oh wait, look, there's another thing of D6s.
I just realized I don't know if we're echoing or not here.
No,
Oh, you
yeah,
muted
that's fine.
yourself.
This is not my first video. All right, how many of these do I need to roll?
2.
All that for just 2. Okay. Ready? Oh, are you kidding me?
It's not looking great, folks.
I don't remember. Yeah, that's a 4.
So yeah, I know your notice is not great, so
Yep.
that's not going to do great.
What about her sneak, though?
Our sneak isn't, I don't think, any better. It might be barely better.
Well, maybe had internet.
Only we had internet. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to press the GM.
I don't trust the GM.
There is.
Wait.
Let's see. You do have Zeke in the room. He could alternate outcome. I almost imagine him at least thinking, if not asking, like, what are you doing? As Cherry just starts going around, like, pulling out the drawers of, nightstands and like looking under the pillows and stuff. Would he
ask him to help?
Would he alternate outcome her search for any bugs in the room?
Give me 1 second, actually. I want to read something on.
Okay.
Curse her luck.
He has entirely too many abilities.
That is quite true.
I'm almost wondering if there's like
Danielle's poised to roll the dice again.
I'm thinking like a sense the need kind of thing. Like, I wonder if there's
Oh,
like I feel like he got back to the ship. He probably could have anticipated something like this, and maybe acquired a tool while there that would help with this type of task. But
I hear you. Let me think for a moment.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I'm trying to think about the plausibility of.
Are you really thinking through the plausibility?
The psychic had a vague but intense premonition that a particular object would be needed. It's not like he would have, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah. No, it would have been some. I mean, about like him having had access to some kind of device he could have gotten somewhere Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's any. You guys haven't been inspected, so there's not really
I can
a limit
offer a,
on. So
a
yeah, I think
I'll
I
say,
think that
like,
is possible.
he took the black slab back, right, to make sure that we didn't have any contraband on us. So, like, if
Yeah,
the answer is okay, he would have to have brought back contraband, then, like, that's not something he
yeah.
would have done. I don't know what's, you know,
I could.
No, I think it's plausible to. Oh, go ahead, Dex.
I
If
was
you
gonna
got
say I
you
could
said something.
offer something. You know that Eva's got all kinds of stuff there. It seems plausible that there's something in her workshop, especially with things scattered
Yeah.
all over the place, that is specifically for finding signals. You know, that's a
Hmm.
regular engineer type thing that needs to be done every once in a while.
Ooh. Yeah. In fact, actually, yeah, I was thinking my way around to it, but yeah, you pointing that out makes it even easier because I was I was realizing the fact that like it wouldn't have been difficult to just buy something like that at the store, but also like you point out, Eva has a workshop full of stuff, and while the swallowtail is not here, um, you guys did like there was a workshop on the cruiser that you guys flew back on. I guess oh god, I'm gonna forget specific details, but we'll just say yes. He sensed the need, can burn that effort, and he has has some kind of little handheld device. Maybe it's designed to interface with a compad or a data slab and help you read and analyze, signals and you know, kind of bounce back, whatever visual spectrum or whatever spectrum of light different things might be emitting. So could help sweep for cameras and wiretaps.
so he's gonna let Cherry ransack the room for a few minutes, maybe a minute, right? Before he's like, I've already checked. This is what I found. And Ben, what would he have found?
Oh yeah. So he would have found. He would say, "Oh yeah, I already checked. The room's clean."
And then he would flash the tool that he brought with him for credibility.
She would drop the pillow that she had in her hand as she had been trying to dig behind the headboard and roll her eyes pointedly. Say, you couldn't have told me that like before you saw me go wild.
Now I know your method.
I would have told you my method. You know what? Never mind. Anyway, and she'll claw her way to the edge of the bed and flop off. And she says, all right, so hear me out. I think we need to tell the captain about this.
Why?
Uh, well, okay, so at first I just thought that maybe I could find some baby pictures and it'd be like fun, blackmail between friends, right? But then we found more than that for sure. Like I was kind of hoping that we wouldn't find anything, but we definitely found something. And in order for Eva to not inevitably like lead to our downfall, she needs to know.
I hear you. But also, if she knows, do you think she's going to be able to lie to her father?
I mean, most people can, but that is a good question. I don't know if Eva can.
I
I mean,
almost
do you
think we're
think
better
she's
not telling her so that she can lie.
real quick out of character? Has Eva presented qualms about lying in the past?
She has, and she's also proven herself to be a bad liar.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I feel like it
Okay.
was with her ineffectiveness as a liar, not so much her like desire not to do it. Just to would she lie for us? Zeke probably would think at this point, yes. Would she do it well? Zeke is thinking no.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, well, how about we don't tell her about it yet, but we need a good cover story if we're not telling her about it. Because if she can't help us, then we need to be able to explain whatever. If you think if we think anybody might know about what happened last night, what's our story?
I do think that somebody knows. Obviously, the guards were involved. I don't know if they know it was us. I did try to figure that out myself preemptively, but it's a little hazy, I guess. Give it a little time, and someone's going to ask.
So, what can you think of as a cover story for why you might have been teleporting around?
I mean, if someone really wants to know, why don't we just tell them about the pictures?
Out of character, Ben, were the pictures in the same section, like the same file, or deeper than the other files we found?
They were in the same network.
I mean, does it really matter where they were? Like, what we were looking for is X. Yeah, sure, maybe we found Y, but like, if anybody asked what we were doing, we were looking for X.
See, I'll say Cherry would know. She would be confident based on her skills that uh, her hack was not detected like in the system. They found the line shunt, so they know that someone was at least was trying to, and potentially did hack into the system, but they did not like programmatically or digitally detect her hack. So they don't. She knows they don't know what she did. She didn't do anything that would cause lasting effects that they could see, like, oh, hey, she disabled the cameras for this period of time or anything. All she did was copy files, and that was very easy to cover up. So
Gotcha. So it's kind of like knowing somebody opened the door to your house, but not knowing what they did in your house.
exactly, you don't know which drawers they may have opened and shut again, that kind of thing.
Right. But what I'm saying is, if I say, oh, actually, I was just looking for her baby pictures, here's the baby pictures I found.
Yeah,
And
there's
then,
nothing they can't
like, would
disprove
they
that.
know those were in the same drawer as the family business files?
No, it doesn't quite work like that. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't necessarily want us to get too nitty gritty with, like, I don't know, like network
Okay. I
infrastructure.
just
But
didn't, that's
yeah,
fine. I just didn't want to like
we'll
shoot
just say,
myself in the foot.
yeah. No, we'll say that they would not be able to know based on her having gotten the pictures. They would not automatically assume, oh no, she got the other stuff.
Okay. All right. Well,
Do you need me to
if that's the
intervene with
case,
children, by the way?
yeah, Adam is in here, but I told him he could have a couple minutes in here.
Okay. But yeah, so your alibi is, there's a, that has a plausible, there's a plausibility to that alibi,
Well,
or
question
that
though,
excuse. That
I don't have the pictures.
I would say Honestly, that would be another.
Could I say I was just looking for family pictures, but I didn't find any? So then her dad can be like, why didn't you just ask?
I mean, honestly, I feel like it's a weak excuse. Oh.
No, it feels like a super weak excuse, and I really don't want to use it.
Well, I mean, you could in character. It'd be fine to pitch that to, or did Zeke just pitch it to Cherry?
Yes. So in character, she would say, that is such a weak argument. Like that excuse will not like anybody would be like, bruh, why would you hack my system for family pictures? Also, that gives me creepo vibes. I mean, yes, I did it, but like, I don't want to admit that I did it.
You want to tell them what you actually found?
No,
And if you had to pick
just
between
because
the two.
I guess I would admit to the creeper stalker vibes
And do you
before
have
I
a better pick
admitted. I
than
don't
that?
know what the just lie, just say no, we have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know.
Until we come up with something else, I guess that's the plan.
Deny, deny, deny. That's what my lawyer usually told me.
Yeah, so I guess the other option is, well, let me just read this again. Hold on. Psychic nonsense.
Psychic nonsense. Wasn't it so much easier?
The catchphrase, like random psychic nonsense, go.
I remember when I used to play the idiot that made coffee, but never actually made the coffee.
Wait, he didn't ever make the coffee?
He
I
was
mean,
like,
he
oh,
did
for
it
simpler
a few
times.
times, but that was gonna be like a core character trait of his, and he just didn't really ever do it. Yeah, so I mean, I guess the way Sense the Need reads, he could use it again to have said like maybe brought pictures back from the Black Slab.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
Okay, like copied them onto some other device before coming back. So he doesn't have the black slab, but still has the pictures.
Yeah, like the equivalent of like a cell phone or something. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
But that also, if we're like, oh, well, we were only doing it for the baby pictures, that still means that we were outside that room. We're admitting to being at the scene of like the line shunt and possibly witnessing whatever that was going on.
that's a good point. But I mean, we're only telling them that if they already know that those are the things that we did, right?
I don't want to tell them anything.
Because obviously, right, we wouldn't tip our hat to that unless they put forth that information first.
This is giving idiot energy. Yeah, I don't really know what I want to do.
Say nothing.
Yeah.
Deny, deny,
Oh my
deny is
word.
always is a popular tactic for a reason.
She just bopped him. Don't worry, she didn't hurt him.
I thought she buy it.
No, she didn't hurt him. Sorry. Our elder cat just bopped the kitten on the head several times while growling at him. Adam was a little taken aback. But
As
now he's
older
fine.
cats will do.
The pecking order
Yes.
is being established.
Yep.
Yes. So anyway, we're trying to figure out what we're supposed to do, and we're both like, I don't know, man. I don't know
See,
what to do. What do you want?
Well,
this is fun content. I'm glad we haven't
Meanwhile-
skipped it.
Nah,
True.
see, Zeke is just
I'll
like,
let you
let
go
it
too.
ride. Don't tell anyone. It's only gonna make things worse.
Meanwhile, Eva has gotten a message on her pad
While
from her
she's
father.
checking on Bo, or
Yeah, which I don't know if, and maybe I don't know, where is, does Pete have, Pete has his own room, doesn't he? Because we established that he's got like,
Yeah.
he's got his own room in the guest wing that that her family like sets up for him whenever he comes by. I don't know if he would have, overheard Eva checking on Bo. I'm envisioning them being down at, kind of across from each other.
Probably pretty close. Eva would have wanted all of her friends nearby if room arrangement allowed.
Yeah, you guys are definitely all like relatively, relatively close for sure. I don't know if there was any part of scene that you guys wanted to do around this this morning.
Well, I guess the text comes a little bit later after Eva has checked in on Bo. How is Bo doing?
Bo awakes from underneath a pile of clean weaponry.
Perfectly natural to Eva.
Says, "Man, I felt like I've been asleep for months."
Okay, A+
In,
for the meta joke.
in a good way, or like when you're trying to wake up and you can't sleep, or you're trying to stay awake, but you can't stay awake because you have something to do, but your mind. How do you mean?
Oh, well rested, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to face another wonderful day.
Oh, so I guess that's the good way. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
I mean, it's definitely not like anything bad happened while we were sleeping. I mean, this sounds like a pretty safe.
wow.
Weird. I
man.
fell asleep kind of unexpectedly too. It's okay.
Oh well, I mean, I expected to, but cleaned all my guns twice, and then snuggled up.
With his 3 favorites.
I was gonna say snuggled up with guns, with
Of
weapons,
course, of course.
heavy metal weapons. So comfortable.
It's like an amazing mental image of like, 3 large guns, carefully, like unloaded and just like partially disassembled so that they can't possibly be fired, wrapped in blankets in a bundle in the bed with him. Oh man.
Well, let's go get Pete. Breakfast will be downstairs. Oh, Eva gets the text from her father at this point.
Mm-hmm. It's a
What
good
does it
time.
say?
It says breakfast is served.
Right as she said it, yeah,
and,
perfect.
and it also says bring be sure to bring all your friends. We need to have a talk.
Okay.
I have a question about that.
Okay.
think
When,
you have an anxiety about that.
No, my question is for character elaboration. When Eva was growing up, how were the words "we need to have a talk" used?
Always positive.
Okay.
Her parents were so supportive.
Cool.
See, I was going to venture, and this is subject to Dex's, thumbs up, thumbs down. I was going to venture that it could be, she may not have heard that particular phrase very often. If they really were not, there never were not times where they were like, "Hey, we need to have a talk,"
Mm-hmm.
and that might mean that it doesn't really register as a concerning, "Oh no, I'm in trouble" kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, I like his version more. It was always positive.
I think a combination is perfectly fine. It's entirely likely that they didn't, have those kinds of things, but I don't think that there was ever a time when they were like, we need to have a talk, and it was because she's getting in trouble or something. Even if
Yeah.
she was getting kicked out of a class because she was talking over the professor, they were probably positive about that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, Eva.
Okay, so yeah, she is completely unfazed by that and ready to go see your dad at breakfast.
Yep.
Make sure you bring all your friends.
She is going to go to Pete and include Bo. Say, let's go get Pete.
Does she share the text?
Nah.
They'll say, "Well, I already cooked up breakfast earlier this morning, but I guess I'm always down for second breakfast."
Oh yeah, my dad just texted it. It's ready. They probably made something special for us since we got up so late.
Oh, can't miss that.
The foreshadowing is fantastic, by the way.
Picked up something extra special.
Yeah, he'll
So
be.
now you guys can go check on Pete.
Yeah, chasing down Pete with extra vigor. Well, come on, let's get in there. I ain't missing this special second breakfast.
I mean, I feel like Pete's just like sitting in his room reading one of his old books, honestly.
Yeah.
Just like enjoying the quiet.
Get a quick feedback on that, Ben.
Quick feedback on which part?
Let
me see.
Yep.
Oh,
I realized
okay.
that you were inhibited right now.
Yes. Let's see. I'm drawing a blank on which one you're referring to. Ooh, from the treehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
All right. Eva looks to see what book he's reading.
Um.
Been a month. I gotta put you on the spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought somebody might, but I haven't had any ideas. It's not Jennifer Moons. How about that?
Okay.
I was trying to come up with one to make a joke out of like How to Win Friends and Influence People, but the robot version, but I couldn't come up with one yet.
Okay. Um, well, Eva has a commentary about it. We'll say it's not critical. And then she
I
closes
feel
the.
like Pete might be surprised about that.
Yeah. Well, I'll ask you. Do you think it's something that she would be critical about, or is it something kind of I guess she wouldn't be critical of anything that's him trying to interact better with people. Because remember, that's a big thing for her.
I mean, fair enough.
So yeah, no, I don't. She's not
Right.
critical. She does close the door behind Bo though.
No.
And looks serious for a moment. Um, Pete, do you think you could talk to my dad for me?
Sure. What do you need?
I've never been in trouble, and like we called security on his guests and then snooped, and like you're good with security, and my dad likes you so much.
So you need me to get you out of trouble.
I don't know what it's like being in trouble with your parents. Like lots of teachers mad at me, but they didn't know what they're talking about, so they don't count.
Yeah, your robot friend definitely knows what that feels like.
He has memories of being a human, right?
Yeah.
Do they go back
Yeah,
that far?
enough back there.
I thought they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not clear back there, but they do go back there. Pete will say, sure, I can talk with your dad.
I hear the kittens.
Not sure what I'm gonna need to say to get you out of trouble, though. Like, how bad is it?
Oh, he's looking for his brother.
Well, I mean, I don't think he knows yet, but I don't want to keep it from him.
Like, did you have a suspicion of these people, which is why you called the security on them, or?
Yeah, it was Bo's ex-captain, and Bo said that she was bad news. Right, Bo?
Oh, is that why you were giving that lady the stink eye? At least I thought that's what you were doing.
Well, I guess it complicated. But yeah, she's not good. You think he's upset about all that?
I mean, security definitely told him that we called them up and asked them to check into her. And I just want him to know that why I was getting involved in family business.
Sure.
Oh no, he probably thinks something's. I've never gotten involved in the family business before, so he might think something's up.
Maybe he just thinks you're developing some entrepreneurial spirit as a captain.
Maybe.
I mean, it could be.
Who knows? Maybe this fancy breakfast is to welcome you in whatever it is your folks do.
No,
I
he
mean-
knows I don't want to be involved in it.
I mean, that or you didn't shoot the cat, did you? No.
What? Did you shoot the
Oh, I'm
cat?
shoot no cats.
Okay.
Well, then it's probably gonna be fine. I can't imagine anybody doing something that stupid.
Okay. Now, remind me, because I have this memory and I want to make sure that it's right. I thought we did do some snooping, some hacking from the treehouse, as much as Cherry could manage without the benefit of line sense and all that. So
Yes, you did.
So that's what Eva remembers, and that's, I think, what she's worried about. As well as, just calling security and getting involved in family business when she's never done that before in her recollection.
Yeah, so that was when Cherry tapped into there. That's when she'd found like the kind of the guest list, and some a little bit of information on each of the guests, and apparently the like security profile or whatever, like the vetting that they had done on each of the guests,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't show anything. Didn't show that they had anything concerning on the man that Bo's friend was accompanying,
Okay.
and also nothing on her either.
Right, and
And
that's
then
when
that
she
was
called
also when
security, isn't
she,
it?
I think she was doing it. I don't remember exactly when.
Mm.
I want to say that was like those were right around the same time.
Okay. Okay.
I don't remember the exact sequence of events, but
I'm gonna recant on that because I think I'm now remembering she was more willing to let Cherry hack because I think she didn't feel like security was doing enough.
yeah,
Okay.
and it was like, oh, she also didn't, as I recall, she didn't perceive it as hacking. She's like, oh, just use my terminal and get on our home
That's
network.
right. That's right.
Because I've got access to everything, not realizing that she did not, in fact, have access to the security team's,
Narrator.
their
She
little,
did not, in fact, have access to every.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so Cherry did actually have to hack to that, but it was relatively like low security. Ironically, considering that was supposed to be like the security team's like internal site or whatever, where they compiled this information.
Mm-hmm.
It was like standard what you might expect a household network security level to be, and that's when she also noticed, oh hey, there's a whole like other network that is walled off from this one, that is also like physically a little bit, it's also like physically on the upper floor of the
Right. But
whatever
Cherry
the
didn't
main,
tell Eva about that. I remember Cherry was specifically not
right,
telling Eva that she only had kitty access.
exactly. So all that Eva found out was that, oh yeah, Cherry checked and they didn't have any dirt on anything concerning on him or his guest.
Mm-hmm.
That was Trin, Bo's friend.
Okay. So yeah, she basically asks Pete to explain in security terms, why Aoibhe was getting involved and was snooping into their guests, and help her have that conversation with him, I guess.
Talking.
Okay. Yeah, because Robert, it's up to you about how you think Pete might want to go about it. But yeah, I mean, Pete would be familiar with the fact that people can, you know, they can uh, they can clean up their digital footprints, depending on how connected they are, and end up passing a background check if it's done in like too basic a way or whatever.
Yeah, he probably would just like pull her dad aside for a minute and say, "Hey, Eva's bothered about a small something from last night and is worried she's in trouble with you about it." And just start the conversation just kind of aside and kind of honestly.
Yeah. Okay. So that'll be his approach.
Yeah, he'd probably start like that, and when the dad's like, "Yeah," like some sort of response like that, just be like, "Yeah, she thought some guests slipped in and skipped background checks and such, and one of our associates recognized them as people who might be hustlers and were probably trying to get in
Okay.
your good graces." And
Might be getting ahead of yourself, Robert. I
no, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how. Like, we're still up in the room with Pete and Bo, and I don't know if her dad's going to like come out directly or like jump straight to it, or if we're gonna sit down and have breakfast.
fair enough.
But yeah, that could definitely, I can take that as how people approach the conversation when we get to that point. You think is he gonna want to try to like see if he can have that aside before they get into the whatever conversation is her dad wants to have? Hope to like head things off a little bit.
Um, no,
That's what I was interpreting you as saying, is that you were wanting to try to kind of have an aside before
yeah,
and
he
maybe
might try to pull him into an aside before like conversation and stuff starts.
okay.
If the dad's just gonna like force it and immediately like come out with it, he won't like pull him into an aside. But
Yeah. We'll be like, stop right there. We need to have a conversation. um, okay. Well, that's good. Um, okay, so Eva and Bo have gotten Pete, and they've had a bit of a conversation about Eva asking Pete to kind of sounds like kind of to take the lead on talking about the helping explain why she made the call that she made the night before, and try to help just her dad understand, because she knows that Pete and her dad kind of think on the same wavelength about some of those things.
Mm-hmm. Look at Eva.
yeah,
That's his character growth. She's delegating where people's skills shine.
Yeah.
yep.
Look at her. She's like, I
Of course, she could
yeah,
do this all herself. She would do it perfectly. But Pete's also very good.
yeah, yeah. Pete's also very good, and she knows that like her dad has missed getting to talk to Pete about this stuff, and
Fair.
it always makes your dad feel better when he gets to talk to Pete about what all the trouble that Eva's been getting up to, and all the ways that Pete's been keeping her out of the worst of it. And so I kind of envision her having kind of like the resigned, like, okay, if Dad's gonna like, keep tabs on me, and have this guardian angel, you know, complex, then yeah, I don't, I'm totally fine with the boys talking their security, whatever, and talking about all of them, all of my, uh, all of my trouble, all my gullibility, blah blah blah. She rolls her eyes and lets them have their fun. And it might be the way that she sees it.
That came across a little bit too self-aware, but close.
um, all right. So sounded like you guys pretty well wrapped up that conversation. Were the three of you gonna go look for Carrie and Zeke?
She'll send a text to Cherry and Zeke, letting them know that breakfast is ready and Dad wants to talk to all of them before they're off. In fact, here I'll type it out so you can see exactly what Eva texts.
Nice. Hmm.
Where did you post it?
I'm still typing.
Oh, got it. Cool.
So I guess this might be a good time to briefly come back to Zeke and Cherry. I don't know if you guys have sidebarred or anything, or maybe had more time to think about it.
I think they would have just still been not able to reach a conclusion about what they were supposed to do.
Well, now
Still
they get a
deliberating, going
text.
back and forth, throwing out ideas about what are we gonna do? Let's see. Discord.
For those of you that don't have access to Roll20 Easy, the text reads, "Breakfast is ready, and Dad wants to talk to us all before we leave. Probably nothing important, just happy to see us and send us off."
So Zeke and Cherry both get it. Check their phones simultaneously. They're both reading this message, and then look up and lock eyes over their comm pads.
Well, I'm sure that's nothing to worry about.
I think someone in the
No one.
I just check the people.
I did check the people. No one.
I think I left my other pants on the ship, actually.
Oh no, you don't.
It's like, I'll see you guys on Loenuda. All right. So, are they? Did they have any more conversation to be had about this, or are they just bracing themselves and coming out to meet up with the group for breakfast?
I think Cherry would just have come to the conclusion that she was going to stick with deny, deny, deny.
Alrighty then.
So she thinks
So
she's probably just gonna have to improv it. Go with
okay.
the best option in the moment.
So the two of you come out of the room to find the other three of the crew conferring out in the hall, having been waiting on you. Then Eva takes off, headed towards the main part of the estate, and leading the way to breakfast in a eerily deja vu-esque manner.
I was just wondering that.
Like, oh wow, this is like, has it's a very, very strange feeling. He doesn't get it every time because he often ends up changing his his course of action based on the oracle that he sees, but it still has never quite gotten comfortable to have that moment where he has seen this exact scene play out before. And yeah, I think he is he's following along. It's Eva and Pete sort of side by side at the head of the group, and same thing plays out. Her dad says, we need to talk, and pulling her chair out for her. And this is the moment where Pete has a decision to make. Is he going to go ahead and ask her dad if they can have a quick moment while breakfast is being served, or is he gonna?
I think Pete might just hold up a brief finger and say, Eva did want to apologize briefly about calling security on your guests.
Eva nods sheepishly.
Okay.
So it turns out one of our crew recognized them as, or at least thought they recognized one of them as a pretty low reputation hustler. And the concern was, they had tried to get through security, possibly fake background checks, who knows, to get into your good graces and leverage your position. So she did what she thought was responsible at the time, which was to call security, only to find out, hey, they were allowed to be here. So she did want to apologize for that.
Yeah, so her dad has an unreadable expression through that brief explanation. Though he does nod at the mention of her wanting to apologize. And
if space is given, she'll fill it.
There is a brief pause after Pete finishes.
Okay, she does. She says, "I'm sorry, Dad. I shouldn't have gotten involved in your business. I know you always know what you're doing, and like obviously you made me. So sorry."
So he lets that sorry sit for just a moment longer, and then he breaks out into a pretty broad grin and shakes his head. "Oh, sweetie, you're fine. Sit down," and pats her on the shoulders. The new security head of security was well prepared for your enthusiasm, and it didn't bother me at all. That was the sort of thing to be expected, though. I do admit, did find your information curious and intriguing. We certainly aren't against doing a second check, being a little more thorough. But not to worry, Eva, my dear. It's all well under control, as you so well put, Pete. And as you said, dear, that I've got I've done my homework and everything was under control for last night, except, and his expression turns a little bit negative again, which is unusual for Eva.
Yeah.
Says there was an incident late last night that I hoped you or one of your friends might be able to help me understand.
Well.
And the maids are bringing out plates of hot steaming food.
Well, remember any? I didn't make anything explode last night. Nothing melted. What happened?
Well, that's good to know. I also didn't notice anything exploding or melting, but he sits down at the sits down at the head of the table. His assistant at his shoulder, and the guards, kind of lining the wall back behind him, and says, "So you're sure you don't remember anything? Do any of you remember anything notable from last night?" And he takes a big bite of sausage. Does anyone speak up?
Oh man, I was muted.
No.
When you said
dramatic timing.
yeah, when you said he takes a big bite of sausage, I was like, at least it wasn't a big bite of tomato. And then I was thinking about what to say. Cherry, would I, would Eva have any memory of Cherry leaving the room last night?
If I remember right, Cherry played on Eva a little bit in doing the kind of like girls' sleepover thing where they were talking. And I think I remember Cherry having insight that actually, yeah, because of something else had happened, but Cherry had insight that kind of puts Eva to sleep. It stills her thoughts enough that she falls asleep, without being from exhaustion. So I remember Cherry playing that out to try to get Eva to sleep. So no, Eva doesn't have any memory of her leaving the room.
Okay. Then Cherry is going to be looking around at everyone and just kind of Doesn't say anything.
Okay.
She would also kind of look at her plate a little longer than she normally would.
Zeke's thinking in her head, say nothing.
She
Mm.
would blush a little bit at being kind of called out.
He's not used to being the one everybody he expects to talk. That usually falls to Eva.
Yeah, I bet.
Hey, Avery.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to give me a metapsionics skill check,
Ooh.
Right.
and then you can tell me out loud, or you can DM me on Discord the result of it. Since I
roll 100, man.
say what?
You rolled 100. Can you believe it?
Somehow, no, I can't.
It's crazy.
Turn off the exploding dice. Oh, that's a 6.
Oh
Rip.
That
no.
didn't work. I know something else that might. We can alternate outcome that if that's not good enough.
Yeah, let's. It's actually funny. Oh, that brings up a funny question. Yeah, go ahead and alternate outcome it.
Okay, hold on. 9.
9. Okay. Let's see here. So then,
You have to roll again for alternate outcoming this?
What
that's what I'm. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I
like a water.
think
I feel like the
he
check
might.
for like, can he defeat?
About
It feels like a single contest, but I don't know.
those or not.
Like,
Yeah,
Sam
let
could
me
be
think
going
here.
places.
Let's see. Let me. I'm curious if it's
I mean, it's kind of a moot point if a 9 wasn't good enough. So
right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Let's find out here. If I I'll put my dice back up. Out here, since I also don't have the. All right, I've got my red ones. GM's red dice.
I used to have some red dice for the GM. They were called the crit dice. Please don't roll the crit dice.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Okay. Yeah, I won't make you re-roll. Or I mean, won't make you roll it. And let's see then. Okay, so you're whispering in Cherry's head what you were saying.
say nothing.
Yep. And then
Okay.
she is turning red because she feels embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking. Of course, Danielle, I know you still don't have access to Roll20. But I was thinking of having you roll like a perform check. or some such. You and Zeke both, since you are the two who have knowledge that is being requested and is not being shared, putting on an air of
I don't remember
innocence.
what my bonus to performance is.
I mean, but we're just not doing anything. What's the performance?
The performance is trying not to look guilty, apparently.
Yes. I have access to Cherry's sheet. I can tell you what the numbers are.
Yeah, that is fair. That may be a bit of a stretch. I think okay. Let's do this then. let me not put that on you yet, because as you say, just sitting there quietly doesn't require a lot of effort. So that's fair. I'll take that one back. He is though going to I guess he's going to let the silence sit for a minute. He's going to look at each one of you, his piercing blue eyes, and let the moment simmer a little bit. And then he's going to address Zeke directly and say, Zeke, do you have anything you want to share about last night?
Why do you ask? I mean, is this something come to mind for you? I really enjoyed the room.
I'm glad you all did sleep in a bit later than might have been expected, but there was some unusual activity on the second floor last night. I thought you might know something about.
We were on the first floor, right?
That is where you were put up for the night, yes.
No, I mean, I don't even know how to get to the second floor from our rooms.
Okay.
Couldn't you just teleport?
Oh, just
Stop.
I am sorry if that is a direction we don't want it to go out of character. I'll have Eva's face stuffed, but it feels so in character for Eva.
I mean, it does. It kind of runs with the why we didn't tell her in the first place.
It really does.
I mean, I could, and that's where Zeke's gonna leave that.
So I think I would like either a talk or a perform check from Zeke in this case.
Equally not good for us because he can't alternate outcome himself again, and neither of those skills are particularly great.
That's true.
Could Cherry help him?
I'd say Cherry, if Cherry wanted to interject and maybe try to deflect, I could see a case for her providing help.
Okay. Could it be that she, quote, accidentally knocks over like a cup of juice or something?
Yeah, I'd say I think she could just roll her talk skill and give a +1, and it could be flavored a couple different ways, as her knowing how to try to obfuscate the fact that Zeke is hiding something, and it'll still the brunt of it will fall on Zeke, since he's the one being scrutinized here. But
Yeah.
yeah, she could certainly give him a +1.
Okay.
And given her skill, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. I think it's fair to just say you get a +1 for it. I could roll the dice here for you if you trusted me, but I suspect, unless I just rolled the worst possible, then you'd be good.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I don't have to roll the shiny math ranks. It's okay.
So is this where Zeke rolls stab?
Not stab. Not stab. No.
You can roll whatever you'd like.
No.
Stab.
No.
I am asking for either a talk or a perform.
Oh, okay. So much pressure.
Hey Ben, I sent you a.
Oh,
Yeah, I got you.
he rolled an 8 without any modifier.
Okay. So, let's see. That will be a success. With Cherry's help. So if you wanted to flavor that as like Cherry kind of distracting from the conversation and then taking it in a different direction, that could work. But it's whatever way you want that to go, Danielle. It seems like he was not. I guess he's not confident enough to accuse Zeke. Ty is clearly still suspicious, but she has helped cover enough for Zeke that he didn't just incriminate himself. But did you want to elaborate on how she deflects from that line of questioning?
I'm really not sure.
Okay.
So the last thing was that Eva said you could just teleport.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh yeah,"
Okay.
because he would have. I believe we did establish that had been. Oh, that's right. She just told her dad. She told her dad straight
Yes.
up the previous day.
Yeah, don't worry. He's the safe kind. He just teleports.
Yeah. Oh man.
So when Eva said like, well, couldn't you just teleport? Cherry would, if he just shrugged and if Eva's dad looked like he was still suspicious, Fairy would kind of blurt out, "Well, he didn't teleport. I was with him." And I can tell you that he didn't teleport.
So he turns to her and he says, "You're confident he didn't teleport the entire night?"
She's gonna like pause for a second because she didn't think that through. But
Oh.
her face will turn more red than it was earlier because she's going,
Abort. Family friendly
no.
rating.
Bo
Say-
said, always suspected between bites of pancake.
He would shoot Bo an ugly look, and she'd say, "Well, I at least until he was asleep." And she's decidedly not looking at anybody but Mr. Mulligan.
No.
Sir.
Well, so yeah, I would say this.
Do I out awkward the older dad?
Yes, in success in this case looks like him breaking eye contact, harumphing, and looking down at his food to take another bite. And he deliberates for another minute or so, but
I think Aoibhe
still
interrupts.
not.
Teleporting would be a terrible thing.
It takes way too long, but Aoibhe. Oh, Cherry.
He says, "Well, never mind about that. Ava and Zeke, I would just reiterate that in my house, we have a rule against psychics just going about and doing as they please. Sorry that wasn't evidently clear enough."
No, I told him not to. Right? I told you, Zeke.
Yeah, I thought the psychic stuff was just off limits.
Carrie will sit down a little harder than she meant to when he says that.
Sorry, what did Zeke say?
I don't know. Are we playing that card?
He said, "I thought the psychic stuff was the only stuff off limits."
Oh, okay, gotcha. We can. I don't think he was. I guess I would just say out of character. That I don't know that was. I think that was trying to be avoided, and I don't
In
know
character, Terry is planning on telling the rest of the crew as soon as they are on their ship and away from here that was obviously a ruse to get Zeke out of trouble.
Yeah.
So
she's never going to beat the allegations, but anyway,
okay.
yeah. No, the what Ty was saying is that he's basically saying what he was about to get into is that there's your friend Zeke here has seemed to have forgotten my rule here at the breakfast table. Now, as a friendly courtesy, I'll overlook it again, but he hesitates here and then looks at her with again a sterner expression than she's pretty much ever heard, and is going to say, Eva, your friend Zeke is going to need a talking to if you plan to bring him into our house again, because he looks over at Zeke again. He says, I just can't have that sort of activity going unchecked in my house. So I apologize for having to be having to draw a firm line there, but I do hope that you all were already planning to head out after breakfast, because your friend Zeke will need to pack up his things at least and leave.
Eva's at a loss for words.
Yeah, I'm a little confused about exactly why Zeke's being asked to leave, unless they have a metapsionic that detected teleportation.
I think they detected telepathy at the breakfast table. And possibly precognition. When he alternate outcomes. That is my meta, as a player, suspicion.
Yeah, and
That'd be
I
wild.
think
That's the thing that got us caught.
I think
'Cause
Cherry could.
We've already decided that we needed to talk. At that point, like, him finding out now wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Cherry could piece together. She could pick up on this through the conversation for sure. That that Eva's dad is very suspicious of Zeke. He's not. You have not convinced him that you're fully innocent,
But he
but
can't
you
prove.
definitely he can't prove anything, and you've done a good enough job of obfuscating, deflecting, whatever, that he can't say definitively. He may not even be 100% sure in his own mind whether or not he can prove anything. He's not sure, but he still enough for him to say. But yeah, there may be just that little bit of how did he get all the way to that decision making, that decision right at the end, where he's talking about psionic activity and psychic activity and stuff that Sherry may not have pieced together yet. But even so, she might have been able to guess about the previous night. If he is just assuming, unable to prove it, that it was Zeke, she already had her suspicions about why they got busted so fast.
Hmm.
So Eva is at a loss for words, and yeah, her dad, though stern, he is not really looking at Eva right now, and both Eva and Barry especially, I think, could pick up on a bit of discomfort in him.
Mhm.
But he'll stand up, kind of brush his hands off, and say, well, sorry for that bit of unpleasantness. I hope that you'll be able to finish up with your ship, and of course, if as long as the the rules can be followed. Certainly won't turn away any of your friends again in the future. Just hope you all have a good rest of your day. And he clears out.
So the ask is for Zeke to leave specifically, right?
Yes.
Eva looks over at Zeke. What did you do?
I mean, we're still in his kitchen. Zeke, I don't know.
The table.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Zeke, think before you think.
Yeah, it sounds like Zeke is going to be tight-lipped for the moment.
Did I still get in trouble?
I think your dad was trying really hard not to be upset with you.
Aw. But
I do think it's interesting, right? That her dad is specifically mad at Zeke, right? Because that does kind of, I would think, tell Cherry and Zeke at least that he really doesn't know what's going on. Because if he did, he would be suspecting two people at a minimum, right?
Yeah.
So I feel pretty safe in that they would have drawn to that conclusion that, like,
that's fair.
at least for now, right? They're not like, they don't need to tip their hat.
Yeah, they're not like arresting Zeke for espionage or whatever. But yeah, good observation that the fact that he's just singling out Zeke and hadn't really cast suspicion on anyone else indicated that there's definitely some gap in what he understands about what happened the last night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Guess it was just easier to get caught if you were psionic.
So so after breakfast, what is everyone going to do? Is everybody going to go ahead and pack up and head out along with Zeke?
Eva's gonna, at the very least, she's gonna stick behind for a minute. She wants to say bye to Dad.
Okay. Yeah, she could certainly do that.
I mean, Zeke's also probably inclined to make the point that everyone doesn't leave on his account, right? Selfishly, he would like the peace and quiet that an empty ship might give him.
Like, no, please, guys, don't worry. Like, it's fine. You don't need to.
That's so nice. I mean, I can tough it out for you guys.
I think we were leaving anyways, right? Like, I'm not being kicked out, but we were leaving.
What do Bo and Pete have to say about that?
I think Pete will just leave it to Eva to deal with, I guess. be ready to go or move however is necessary.
Makes sense.
But we'll say it's just sad when crew members can't play nice at the house of one of their crew members' parents.
Cherry will glare at him, given his behavior at her house. That killed the DM. That's not good.
Oh, brother. All right. Well, sounds then like everybody else is good to go ahead and load up, and we go wait in the grab car while Eva says her goodbyes.
Mm-hmm.
She'll tell them actually. I think she wants to spend a little bit more time because she hasn't actually spent
Sure.
a whole lot of time with either of her parents since they got back.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
think she'll instead tell them to go ahead and get the ship prepped, get us, port authority, do all the stuff we normally have to do to launch, and make get on our way to Tabuk. Make sure that whatever jobs we've picked up are ready and we're ready to take them, etc., etc.
So, quick point of order, I guess. The ship that you have in system is under major construction still,
Mm-hmm.
and you have yet to send. I believe the plan was to send Cherry and Ryu to, by steerage or something to Lower New Dawn
That's right.
to bring back to Smalltown.
We're still in the phase where Eva is actually working on the ship, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we're not. Okay.
Yeah, so there's about, if I remember correctly, there's a couple weeks or so that we were probably going to time skip over, in which Terry and Ryu go and retrieve the swallowtail. Eva directs and is directly involved with some of the modifications that are being made to the ship and some of the additions. And then you guys were gonna jet off to Tabuk for a little while there were still a couple weeks worth of ship work to be done on the new ship, and then come back after all that was done.
Yeah. Kind of the same then, but not prepping the ship for launch. Just go do the things that we need to do for our part of the ship, and she'll catch up and get to work on the ship as they're all taking their shore leave.
Okay, sounds good. I don't know if this would be the time. Do you want to say goodbyes to Cherry now and have Cherry be heading out pretty quickly to if she's talking about staying behind for maybe multiple days?
Nah, just like an hour or two.
Okay. Alrighty then. So everybody else can head on, and they can be up to various things. Getting they've each. I know at least like Bo has power armor training that he's got ongoing with Tren, and
Won't be awkward.
also does have a I believe had a a lunch date planned,
Yeah.
right? A lunch meetup, and of course, Cherry's got travel plans to make to Loinaga at some point. Not sure what Pete might have planned to work on, but you guys can be doing some of that while Eva says their goodbyes and spends a little more time with the fam. Did you want to do an in-character goodbye?
Not so much, like not actually played out, but I will kind of give an overview of the scene as it plays out, and fade to not fade to black, but fade out.
Yeah, I got you. Go for it.
She's a little bit awkward at first because she somehow feels like she got in trouble without getting in trouble.
Yeah.
But she starts off with apologizing, just saying sorry for whatever he did and whatever any of my crew did. She didn't point Zeke out. Sorry for whatever any of my crew did. And that she'll set firmer boundaries next time, and she rambles from there into how well she's been doing at making captainly decisions, and if only her teachers, certain teachers, she names specific ones, had believed in her more when they denied her for that leadership position. And she gets off the bitter train and then just kind of rambles on about some of the cool things that they've been doing. She gets
cool.
out from awkward and into kind of excited kid telling dad, what she got up to on the playground at school.
That's definitely what he's thinking in his brain. She thinks she's presenting as this very competent adult, and all he can see is her with pigtails.
Yep, throwing sand all over the place. Like, look, I made a rainbow. Nope, you just made a mess.
Seeing her little elaborate sandcastle constructions or whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
I think I posted pictures. There it is.
Oh, of like child Eva.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Oldie but a goodie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as long as he doesn't try to pull her aside or give her any more captaining and or life or adulting advice, then she leaves feeling better about the whole thing.
Does she go find her mom at any point?
I think Eva's more of a daddy's girl. That seems to be how this is played out. She certainly does want to, say hi and bye to her mom and hug her and all that, but it's if she's not around, then she's not around, and it's probably not a big thing.
Yeah, I think her mom would have been. She would have been busy around breakfast around the late breakfast and the talking to that Ty had to give, but she would make her rounds and tell her daughter good morning and hear about her plan to leave soon, and she would give her a suitably warm farewell. Yeah, they don't. Eva, like you mentioned, Eva doesn't necessarily take as much time gushing to her about all her accomplishments.
I feel like Mom was the one that was always pulling her back to get dressed properly, making her sit to get her hair brushed, and you know, being the adult of the two parents.
Yeah.
Still supportive, but she's the one that made Eva cry when she was brushing the tangles out.
Yeah.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Somebody's got to do it. And Ben's just too nice. Sorry, Danielle.
Yeah, that probably falls into the category of Daddy has to be the bad guy enough of the time already.
Oh no.
Doesn't want to. Found one area in which to delegate some unpleasantness.
Yep. Yeah, no, but Eva
Um,
still felt supported by both parents, as she grew up, but
Yeah.
still, that connection was always with Daddy.
Yeah. I realize my phone is very close to my keyboard, and I don't think the noise filtering is filtering that out very well.
I didn't notice.
Oh, good. All right, so I think that brings us to a good transition point. So what I would like to do, we have a little bit of time left tonight, but I think we can more or less call it and get ready to move to favorites and stuff. But what I want to plan for next session is to do a time skip. I'll need to check my notes once I am fully online again and can access the other files where I had made some of these notes about exact time frames and stuff. But there will be, it'll be something like 2 weeks worth of downtime for you all to have activities planned for. This will be downtime for most of you on Anagris. For Harry, it will be time spent in metadimensional space, flying out to Loenuda on, as a passenger on some other ship with Ryu along for the ride. And then doing some fairly intensive spike drill travel back with Swallowtail, since they'll be slightly short-handed. But there will be some room for downtime as well. I think she'll even have some time on Anagris, but anyway. Oh, excuse me. So then for next session, we would want to do kind of a brief overview of what each of the characters is up to, during that downtime. None of that will be anything too like risky or controversial enough to spawn any other offshoot shenanigans or activities. I think it's okay. I think it should be okay to include in that Bo's meeting with Tren. And then I think we can, we'll handle spike drill skill checks and be ready to start pretty early in the session on being in Tabuk.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys have a short version of how to put what you hope to gain from a trip to Tabuk. If you have any more information, that would be helpful for me in my planning. I know you as players were interested in getting a peek at what things are like on Tabuk right now. As far as characters, not quite. I don't remember quite as clearly what the motivation was.
I have no memory of what the motivation was, so I'm not much help.
Can always
I
come
have
up with.
to go back and listen.
That was a good question.
I know there was a reason.
I think we were trying to broaden our horizons, and get more juicy jobs, since we've got a more expensive ship to pay for now.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there was anything specific that we wanted from Tabuk, or that we were telling Ben as players, we want you to give us a reason for the character to go to Tabuk.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think rumors of some political upheaval and stuff. There's ongoing there are ongoing conflicts in that part of the sector, and having heard, you would have heard in some of this, just the rumor mill and what people talk about. Oh yeah, there's Tabuk has this incredible shipyard that's they're very secretive about, but it's it's rumored to pump out ships at some incredible rate, and people theories abound about why it is so secretive and stuff like that. Of course, all the talk of the the government having used a crazy alien species as a biological weapon and all that kind of stuff. A lot of
Crazy conspiracy theorists and
yeah, exactly. There's lots of crazy stuff said about Tabuk, and you'd have heard some of that on Urala. But yeah, it's been it's getting some completely blanking on the phrase. It's high time. It's high time that you visited Tabuk, see what all the hullabaloo's about, and see if you can pick up any any new work, any better paying work, any news about the sector further beyond that. It's always easier to get better information the closer you are to somewhere.
Yep.
Anyway, so all that is good enough for me. We can work with that. And I guess there was some mention of jobs. If you wanted to, yeah, we could consider if maybe there's anybody who might have wanted to hire passage to Tabuk from Anagris.
Yeah, something simple like that. You know, we're not looking for a 2-month payday, but Eva is conscious of the maintenance needs that she has here, and wants us to always be working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. And yeah, the bills do come due eventually.
She, of course, always wants Pete and Zeke and Bo on the lookout for any kind of ruins or rumors of ruins, derelict ships, anything that we can try and find some pre-tech in.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I guess as another note, if you guys have any sort of equipment that you, as characters, would want to be acquiring on Anagris, do look into that, because I know you guys have a decent chunk of change that you are sitting on. So downtime is a great time for cybernetics or whatever other kinds of shopping you might want to do. And Nagris is actually quite a good place to get cybernetics. So
I need to refresh myself what I wanted for Eva for cybernetics, so she's definitely going to get something.
yeah. All right, so let's see. We've got a few minutes before our planned cutoff, so let's jump into favorites. So we're going to see if I can find one. There we go. So this is going to be, it's going to be Avery first this time.
Look at me, I'm muted. Wonder how long that's been there.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna go with our flawless heist.
Flawless.
We weren't caught. Someone's just a little paranoid. So it's flawless.
Ooh. Which does remind me.
Confirmed.
Come again?
It said suspected but never confirmed.
Absolutely.
Just the way I like my crime.
Yeah, let's see. My favorite. Let's see. What would my favorite be? Let's see. I guess we could call it Eva's first talking to, or maybe first real talking to. And I think my second would be how to put it. Yeah, I'll just say Cherry's deflection slash alibi. I was not prepared for that.
You seemed pretty prepared for it, and you were like, so you were with him the whole night.
I probably should have been more prepared for that. That's come up, but yeah. That just kind of popped out. But those are my favorites. Danielle, what about you?
Oh man, I think, well, my thing that I'm gonna remember the most is definitely the breakfast chat with Dad. But the thing that was my favorite was Bo being like, I don't think anything bad happened last night, so or it's not like anything bad happened last night.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said. I was like, oh man. The foreshadowing was fantastic.
Oh yes. You reminded me one of my favorites was definitely, man, I feel like I slept for months. That was perfect.
Fantastic. So basically Ethan was my favorite thing about tonight. Thanks, Ethan. Appreciate you showing up.
Mm-hmm. Ready with a quip. Dex, what about you?
Pete taking the lead on helping Aoibhe navigate where she suspected she might be in a spot of trouble. And her wanting to, be forthcoming with the trouble she thought that she might be in. Get an advance in it, and Pete just kind of being a trooper for her. It's just Pete being a trooper for Aoibhe. And second fave was Zeke. Yeah, I could do that. When Aoibhe said, but you could teleport up there.
Yeah.
Or somebody was equivocating on how someone would get up there, and Aoibhe says, you could just teleport, and he's like, yeah, I could.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, was it? I don't know if it's a major. You say it was yeah I could or yeah I could have.
I don't remember the exact wording. Do you, Avery?
I think she said you could just teleport, and he was like,
He said more than that. I remember that much.
I'm pretty sure he just said something like, "Yeah, I could."
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, that. Even just throwing him under the bus, like so many times without even meaning to. It's just great.
And it totally. Oh, that is also a favorite. Him calling her out on, no, we can't tell Aoibhe. Not for any other reason about, whether she would want to lie to her dad or not, but knowing that
just
she's
a terrible liar.
Yes.
Oh,
and her validating that.
Oh yeah. So something like Zeke knowing they shouldn't tell Aoibhe.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to precog that. Isn't it amazing?
He knew exactly how that would turn out without
That just means that he's done precog enough that he can see the future without seeing the future.
Yeah, it just
Exactly.
takes no effort to predict that one.
I'm being
seen
summoned,
this.
so I'm gonna have to sign off.
All right.
My fave is the new reputation for Cherry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Good night, y'all.
Later,
Good night,
Robert.
Robert.
Good night.
We'll have to fix that.
Yeah, I realized I just like I threw out the she's not gonna beat the allegations. I don't know why that that's just like I don't know. Brain rot
Sorry.
just from my mouth unbidden, but yeah, well she might have to work a little bit, but yeah, like you mentioned, she's like as soon as they're out of earshot of the house, she's clearing that up.
Yeah, that's what I felt like she would probably do.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Bo, of course, is gonna continue to run his mouth, but she doesn't care about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pete
yeah.
so far hasn't picked up. He hasn't had AIDS propensity for taunting for taunting your characters. Ethan, what's your favorites from the night?
Getting Ace back to playing, and then the deja vu of going into that or the psychic
Yeah.
vision. Well, deja vu all over again.
Yeah, I love imagining how some of those psychic powers would mess with your head, especially like when you're dealing with like timey-wimey stuff and you've got somebody who's, frequently getting glimpses of the future, sometimes far ahead, sometimes just little hints or feelings about what's about to happen, just like how that would mess with their perception of things sometimes, how that would feel. And also just like thinking about the fact that Zeke has, like, he's got the teleportation, and like that's occupying some kind of part of his mind, thinking about locations and stuff like that. And then he's got his telepathy, and of course the precognition. Just imagine like his head is a pretty crowded place sometimes, and he still keeps all that juggled and in order enough to function normally like everybody else with all that swimming around in there. It's got to be interesting. Anyway, I digress. Okay, I think that's it for faves.
Yep, I've posted them.
Nice. We do have XP. For
A whole
getting out of the
month,
house
right?
yeah. Let's say for getting out of the house without being proven to be the heisters. I'm gonna give you guys 2 XP.
Woo!
And bring you all up to 82.
Woo!
Sweet.
Alright. It is shortening the window in which we have to figure out Eva's unique gift.
I'd forgotten that you were eyeballing a unique gift.
Yeah.
Now that you mean, I think we had discussed that a while back.
Yeah.
Back a while.
I mean, we've still got time. We've still got plenty of time, and we've only bandied it back and forth a bit because we've had time.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
Yeah, 'cause I
now
remember.
less than 3 months away.
I mean, we just can't make it anything to do with lying, right? Other than that, everything's on the table.
Oh man. Yeah, I do remember like one of the main concerns figuring out like the right balance of it feeling useful, but not just too automatic and powerful, but also not relying too much on GM interpretation or whim.
Yeah.
And yeah, because it was, I think, yeah, there was maybe some stuff about, there was maybe some stuff about like alien tech or unfamiliar technology or something like that. And yeah, I'm remembering now, I had spent a little bit of time back then trying to cook up a couple other possibilities for what it could look like, and not really finding anything that felt quite right. But yeah, I'll have to go back. Excuse me. Was one of them? Was there one that was like, getting to give people a +2 using help rolls?
That is one of the foci that I've got as homebrew. I don't know if that would be what I was looking for Aoibhe, though.
Okay. Okay, yeah, here it is. You had said you weren't quite sure about proposing, or you were reluctant to propose it because it's fairly basic at level 1. You're more interested in any other thing that might be more interesting for her. Oh, okay, but this is a decent fallback if you'd allow it. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's right. I was suggesting the the unfamiliar tech focused thing.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think we can. This is a good reminder for me to bounce that around in my head a little bit more, and definitely for you to maybe take a look back at, because you'd mentioned considering that obviously I'm open to any sort of suggestions you've got. I think something like that would be cool, but if you have a different theme for the focus or effect in mind, I'm definitely open to that. It was just something that seemed like potentially a unique direction for a focus, and something that also fit for her.
Right. I guess to take it back, basically a double aid does fit in line with her know-it-allness, and actually, puts the know-it-allness to actual use, but it's still pretty boring as a focus goes.
Yeah, I think that I think I'd want to do I think if we were going to do that, we'd want to do the her kind of a once a day per ally. Her help can give an ally a +2.
Yeah.
but I'd want to add something else to it also, because that by itself is pretty lame.
It is a bit, yeah. It's kind of balanced in my homebrew for my campaign by giving 2 bonus skills.
Yeah.
But we'll workshop some stuff. I'm not tied to her know-it-all coming into as a unique gift. She can do that without foci.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think it'd be nice to have something more kind of like more unique and different than just
I
she's
swear, I thought you were gonna say gifty. More unique and gifty.
That would have been fitting. Just something more something more interesting than, oh, she's even more knowledgeable and
Yeah.
jack of all tradesy and knows a little bit about every single thing that has ever existed, kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's only interesting to so far, and she's already like just so good at it. I'm afraid there's not much room for that to keep going in that direction.
Plus, if we add more mechanics to it, there's less room for her to be wrong when she knows it all. And I enjoy when she's wrong as a know-it-all.
Yes, I know that makes for some fun some fun moments. Yeah, something going like focusing on her like fixed skill, or even maybe on her lead skill. Those are some other, I think, some other things that have been demonstrated as important to Eva's character, that there's room for adding some extra mechanics to.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. We are still streaming because I forgot to say that we're closing the stream, and then I didn't want to interrupt you. So
sounds good.
Let's go ahead and end this. Do you have your sign off?
We'll see you later.